On November 16, thousands of gold investors were shocked to find out that the gold they bought through the Mcdodo app could no longer be redeemed. Reports online suggest the total amount involved is over 100 million yuan. Some visited the company's headquarters in Shanghai, only to find the office abandoned. The space was littered with empty boxes and plastic bags. Rumors claim the owner may have fled with the money. Victims across the country have spoken out through the media.
I'm from Henan. I bought 6 orders of gold from Mcdodo, totaling 120 grams and over 70,000 yuan. Now I can't get my money back, and I feel like I can't go on anymore. I'm based in Xinjiang. I was scammed out of 200,000 yuan. My life feels like a blur now, and I can't hold it together emotionally. I just want these criminals brought to justice as soon as possible. I'm from Heilongjiang. I was scammed out of 96,000 yuan. My entire life savings, all taken at once. I feel like I can't go on living. I honestly feel like such a fool.
I lost almost 200,000 yuan in Shandong. My parents' retirement savings were all taken. The rest was put on my credit card and Huabei loans.
I'm from Hunan. I was scammed out of 466,367 yuan. I bought gold bars worth 150,000 yuan on the Mcdodo platform, but they were never delivered. They even sent fake shipping details for 80 grams. Mcdodo is nothing but a scam. It's like a slaughterhouse. They're cutting into me, stealing my hard-earned money. In our group chat, there are over 400 victims from all over the country. I'm a victim from Sichuan. I'm a victim from Hangzhou, Zhejiang. I'm a victim from Baoding, Hebei. I'm a victim from Changsha, Hunan.
I'm a victim from Shanghai.
I'm a victim from Hefei, Anhui.
Making money in China is getting harder, and now people risk losing everything to scams. Over the past year, rising gold prices have drawn many Chinese citizens to invest in gold. But cases where fraudulent platforms leave investors with nothing have not stopped new investors from joining. Many fall into what's known as gold scams, becoming targets for financial fraud. These scams often follow the same pattern. At first, platforms offer small but tempting profits to build trust. Once customers invest large sums, the gold becomes unavailable, and the operators vanish with the money. By the time people report the scam to the police, it's usually too late. As the year-end approaches, dishonest companies are exploiting one last opportunity. Recently, 2 gold investment platforms in China collapsed at the same time. The debts involved are said to total over 4 billion yuan. One of these platforms is Mcdodo, a mobile app. According to its website, Mcdodo claims to be a, quote, one-stop luxury shopping platform. The app sold gold at prices 20 to 30 yuan lower per gram than the market rate, allowing buyers to resell at a profit. This attracted many customers eager to buy gold. However, starting in late October, the platform stopped shipping gold for new orders. Customers who had paid received nothing, and their repeated inquiries were unanswered. Eventually, customer service stopped responding altogether, and many realized they had been scammed. Henan Broadcasting reported on November 15th that Ms. Li, a customer in Henan, used Mcdodo to buy gold. She joined sales held twice daily, one at 10 a.m. and another at 8 p.m. While it was difficult to secure an order, she made savings of 20 yuan per gram and made a profit of 400 yuan for every 10,000 yuan of gold resold. She spent 100,000 yuan in total and initially received her gold. But soon after, her orders stopped arriving and customer service became unresponsive. The paper reported a similar story from Changsha, Hunan. Ms. Chen joined an investment group in October and was introduced to Mcdodo by another member. This person claimed the gold was authentic, secure, and 20-30 yuan cheaper per gram than the market rate. Ms. Chen made a few purchases starting on October 6th, received her gold, and resold it for a profit. By October 31st, she had invested over 80,000 yuan and earned more than 6,000 yuan in profits. Encouraged by this success, she purchased 780 grams of gold between October 31st and November 7th, spending 460,000 yuan. But this time, the gold never arrived. Although some orders were marked as shipped, the tracking numbers were invalid. Courier companies later confirmed the shipments were fake. Ms. Chen tried contacting customer service for refunds, but her messages were ignored. Another case, reported by Red Star Capital, involved a consumer from Shandong. She found out about Mcdodo on social media, where posts explained how to use coupons to buy gold at discounted rates. After connecting with the poster on WeChat, she was directed to the platform. Starting in August, she bought 70 to 80 grams of gold at prices 20 to 30 yuan lower than the market. Initially, shipments arrived quickly, but by November, her orders stopped. She still has 50 grams of undelivered gold worth about 30,000 yuan, with no way to get her money back. Many victims took out loans to buy gold and now cannot repay them. Another victim, Ms. Li from Sichuan, shared her story with Red Star Capital. She first bought 10 grams of gold, which was delivered in 3 days and confirmed as genuine. Encouraged by this, she began buying more, even using a second phone to place orders. In total, she bought 150 grams of gold. However, 100 grams, worth nearly 60,000 yuan, was never delivered. She had taken out 82,000 yuan in loans, of which 18,000 yuan remains unpaid. To make payments, she sold some of her jewelry, but is still struggling to cover the debt. After Mcdodo's collapse, Red Star Capital tried contacting the company multiple times, but no one answered their calls. Many victims have reported the scam to the police, and Shanghai authorities have launched an investigation. According to the paper, preliminary reports show over 400 people were defrauded, with losses totaling more than 20 million yuan. Public records from Tianyancha show Mcdodo is owned by Shanghai Mcdo Network Technology, established in April 2024 with a registered capital of 15 million yuan. The legal representative is Chen Kai-wen. The company is based in Shanghai and engages in online sales, wholesale and retail of clothing, footwear, jewelry, cosmetics, and live streaming services. It owns 2 subsidiaries, Shanghai Maiyou Hui Network and Shanghai Hutang Gold and Jewelry. All 3 companies remain active. According to Henan Broadcasting, police in Shanghai's Minhang district confirmed the company has been shut down and its head has been arrested. Director Fu Jian of Zijin Law Firm in Henan explained to Red Star Capital that Mcdodo initially attracted consumers with low gold prices, likely to build trust. Later, when the platform suddenly stopped delivering orders or issuing refunds, its actions fit the definition of fraud. He said this was especially true if the platform lacked the ability to fulfill contracts but still encouraged consumers to make large purchases. Fu added that Mcdodo's actions illegally took consumers' money and violated their property rights. He advised consumers to save evidence such as order screenshots, payment receipts, and chat records with customer service. He urged them to report the platform to regulatory authorities who could investigate and penalize the company. Fu explained, "If the stolen funds have not been transferred, the court can order the suspects to return the money after the case is resolved. However, the exact timeline depends on how the case progresses." China's economy has been struggling in recent years. The real estate market has collapsed, jobs are scarce, and financial products from banks carry high risks. Many people have turned to gold, which is seen as a stable investment. But investing in gold has become increasingly dangerous. Even gold bought from established stores lack guarantees of authenticity. Some government-backed companies, such as China Gold, have closed down after taking large amounts of investment money. In China, investing in gold is full of hidden risks. Earlier this year in March, consumers in Beijing, Henan, and other regions reported losing gold they had purchased and entrusted to online stores run by China Gold. One consumer from a China Gold store in Beijing's Chaoyang district shared his experience. He had purchased gold bars and, on the advice of staff, signed up for the store's gold custody service. The offer seemed attractive. He could avoid a 24 yuan per gram fee and receive an additional 2.5% of his gold's weight as a bonus after 1 year. When his first custody period ended, he reinvested by buying more gold and leaving it in the store for safekeeping. He thought it was a safe and stable way to manage his money. But on December 27th last year, he received a shocking message from a store employee. The message said the store's owner had fled, leaving the store locked and abandoned. Even the staff hadn't been paid for their work in December. This incident, now referred to as the China gold fraud scandal, sparked widespread outrage. Reports suggest that it involves over 70 kilograms of gold, valued at approximately 35 million yuan. Some victims had entrusted gold worth over 5 million yuan. Despite the scandal, many investors were undeterred. After the Mcdo app collapsed in November, another incident emerged involving 3 senior executives of a gold leasing company, Haoqiao Holdings, who secretly fled abroad. Internal data from September, shared by employees, revealed unpaid liabilities of more than 7 billion yuan. Over 4 billion yuan of this was tied to gold leasing. Based on a gold price of 700 yuan per gram, this equates to 5 tons of missing gold. During a time of low bank interest rates, Haoqiao's promise of 7 to 8% annual returns, supposedly backed by a partnership with China Gold, convinced many to invest. Some even took out loans or encouraged friends and family to join. Many employees invested their salaries, hoping for profits. Instead, they lost everything, including their savings and future financial security. A longtime Haoqiao employee, Liu Qing, recalled a major incident on September 5th. A 50 million yuan gold leasing order, placed by a state-owned enterprise on Haoqiao's app, reached maturity but wasn't fulfilled. Employees initially thought it was a delay with a large bank transfer. By 8:30 p.m., there was still no payment, and panic spread among staff. That night, the company's operations director, Yu Ziwei, received countless calls. Liu also called Yu, who seemed confused and said he was at the movies. Yu reportedly said, quote, "Why is everyone calling me? I don't know what's going on." The next morning, employees confronted Wang Yuan, the executive president of Haoqiao Fund. Wang appeared calm and said he had contacted the company's 2 main heads, Yu Zhenyun and Yang Yuxiao. Yu was unreachable, but Yang promised to negotiate with the new chairman of China Gold. Wang told employees to continue working until a decision was made. However, after a meeting, no clear resolution was offered. By the night of September 7, both Yu Zhenyun and Yang Yuxiao had completely disappeared. Employees reported the case to the police. On September 9th, Chuangxing Resources, another company controlled by Yu Zhenyun, announced that he was missing, exposing Haoqiao Holdings' financial troubles. Soon, all of China Gold's products stopped operating. As more details emerged, reports confirmed that Yu and Yang had fled overseas. Even operations director Yu Ziwei, who had been reachable initially, also disappeared. Following the collapse, Hu Chao only paid employees' Social Security contributions for September, but failed to pay wages. By October, even the Social Security payments were stopped. Employees were devastated, not just by unpaid wages, but by the realization that their family assets might never be recovered. Many had invested their savings into the company's products and deposited monthly salaries directly into Haoqiao's accounts. One employee, Lu Hong, shared that he initially invested 200,000 yuan. After seeing a 7% return and gaining confidence in the company, he gradually increased his investment to over 10 million yuan. At one point, he added 4 million yuan by mortgaging his family home. He knew of a colleague who had invested 50 million yuan. Employees estimated that their collective investments made up about 1/5 of the company's 7 billion yuan in unpaid funds. Now in financial ruin, Liu Qing said his family's savings were gone, and the home they had mortgaged to buy gold products faced foreclosure. Overnight, he fell from the middle class into poverty. Investors began large-scale protests on October 21st. They gathered outside of Haoqiao's office in Hangzhou almost daily to demand their money back. The case later took an unexpected turn. Investigations revealed that Haoqiao's so-called gold investments were entirely fraudulent. On September 23rd, China Gold issued a statement denying any partnership with Haoqiao Holdings. It accused Haoqiao of using fake seals on documents to impersonate China Gold and its subsidiaries. Police later confirmed that most of Haoqiao's financial assets were funneled into affiliated shell companies. Media reports exposed issues with Haoqiao's financing projects, such as Dingxing Debt, whose financing entity, Guohao Gold Exchange, was flagged as a suspected shell company by Shenzhen regulators. Employees now believe Haoqiao Holdings, which appeared strong on the surface, was actually a crumbling facade. Although China Gold has clearly stated it never had any business dealings with Haoqiao Holdings, this has not fully eased the doubts of employees and investors. They continue to gather more evidence to determine whether any funds flowed into subsidiaries of China Gold. A widely shared video among employees showed a transaction record from the Shenzhen Rural Commercial Bank. It revealed multiple payments to China Gold Group's Beijing Jewelry subsidiary between September and October 2023. One record showed a 75 million yuan payment from Haoqiao Gold Exchange, the financing entity for Haoqiao Holdings' Dingxing Debt Gold Project. In addition to this video, another receipt dated September 4, 2023, from the same bank shows a payment of 50 million yuan from Haoqiao Gold Exchange to the same recipient. However, police have warned against trusting the videos or bank statements circulating in WeChat groups, stating they are likely fake. A representative from the Economic Investigation Team in Hangzhou's Shenzhen district confirmed the case is under investigation but declined to provide further details. Some employees found invoices in the trash showing Haoqiao Fund's purchases of gold from China Gold. One invoice from February 2024 showed a purchase of 20 kilograms of gold worth 8.48 million yuan. However, buying gold does not prove there was a gold leasing business, leaving gaps in the evidence. This serves as a warning to gold investors in China. High-yield, high-return scams are still common and often successful. In today's economic downturn, promises of high returns with low risk are increasingly unrealistic. Investors are urged to proceed with caution.